Welcome everyone. We are reviewing today the one of the new maps that's been updated in 3.0, currently on Westfield. I have tried to get other maps, but I keep getting put on the wrong ones all the time, and I keep getting Westfield quite a bit. So I thought I'd pop this one up and hopefully get a recording for you latest for the other ones and let you know how different it is. One of the first things you'll notice on the left-hand side of the spawn is how everything seems less of a hill to climb. This seems to be quite apparent on some of the newer maps that are actually coming out, is they're easier to climb the hills. I don't know what it's like on the other side because every time I've got Westfield I've got this spawn, but it is a lot nicer. I mean, it is noticeable, certainly in a tank that actually moves, such as the Panther 88, which I'm using today, but on regular occasion the less gradient hills do make it easier and they are more noticeable. The map, as it is being redesigned now, is more akin to the PC version, and there's a large difference which you'll notice in the middle of the map in terms of how much cover you have and the different routes you can take. I have seen other people play this map on the PC, and I've looked to take some ideas on how they're playing it, more specifically to actually get myself in a good position, but it's already at the top of the hill more or less, and you can see it's barely even started the game, which is a hell of a lot different. I mean, before, if you were in any sort of slow tank, you were sitting on there, cruise control, and then go on Facebook for a bit or something and wait a couple of minutes. As you can see, one of the big differences is the left-hand side of the bridge is completely gone, and there's less of a stalemate between the two teams. Now, I think this spawn I'm actually on is better than the other spawn because of how far you can actually push around. One of the things I'm trying to do at this point is go around the left-hand part or just over the other side of this hill, and you can spot a lot of people and stay in cover. Now, at the same time, it does require that you have people on your team pushing up to help you because you are likely to get shot in the side unless you actually have people coming around this left-hand part that I'm on now if you're sat in the middle. The part where they're sort of sniping from on the far side is also a bit different. It's like if you were on the older map where it was slightly in a dip as you're going up on the right hand side. That looks to have been raised somewhat, so there is sort of a place where you can go and snipe from, but I still think this side of the spawn is slightly more overpowered than what the other side is. One of the main things I like about this part, at least, is it's easier for both teams to get a foothold into the game if you can take advantage of it. It does seem to be that every time I played this one, a lot of our team have actually come up the hill to support this side, as you should do in Westfield, because obviously it's one of the main focal points. You can shoot down on people that are in the valley. You can also shoot across people when they get spotted if anyone goes over. At the moment, you can see someone in the bottom, and K4 isn't actually moving and is more or less sitting back. With this being an encounter one, it's still sort of played the same as a standard battle, but you can see that there's a lot more cover to hide behind and a lot more useful people behind you being able to take fire or shoot across. So you'll sort of see people going back and forth taking pot shots. A bit fortunate here in that I actually have a Pershing to help me, but this is an example of someone trying to push forward and then being screwed over for it. You shouldn't try and push forward as quick as you can. You want to try and take it slowly, and this is one of the designs which actually helps in making that happen. Certainly on in this case, a lot of their team are able to go into cover and move around, as you can see, and then I'm able to take advantage of that and go forward. This is the one part of the map which I do really enjoy. I noticed with the Tiger I can actually go around and flank. The other Tiger 2 came forward with no help. So again, taking hold of this middle part is ideal, but at the same time you can have a lot of games where you're sitting back a lot and taking pot shots and slowly going through. Makes it a bit different if you've got artillery in the game and that you're not able to actually move forward aggressively as what you'd want to. But it's a lot different to the old Westfield that you would have played. It's better in the way that I've played them today. It's been a lot better in terms of avoiding being shot all the time, or there's always a massive stalemate. You can take pot shots at people without getting hit yourself on both sides from what I've seen, but you do need your team to actually help. Whether I'll actually get a chance to play the other side of the map, I don't know, but at the moment I've only had this side to actually go on. In terms of how it looks very similar. I've sort of noticed the maps look brighter when they're on the normal ones. Prokhorovka is another one, especially in the night variants and the rain variants. It seems to be brighter, so you can actually see more. You still have the issues with the grass in terms of not being able to see whether you're going to be low mowing with a shell or whether you're actually going to be hitting the tank or not. Who knows? That could be something of a feature that we'll actually see being implemented into this one, since it's something that you tend to find is included in the PC variants, but not something that is implemented to the Xbox One for whatever reason, or the console specifically on both One 360 and the PS4. But I thought I'd take a trip over to the left-hand side to show you what it looks like, at least on their side. So you can see there's an introduction with the castle. Again, slight less gradient on getting up the hill, so you actually have a better chance of having people moving up. I do presume that people won't always sit in that A5, A6 spot, but they will sort of come out. This side slightly changed as well. It's more of a smooth ride going down. There's less of a rocky crop like sticking out everywhere, and you're able to actually move quickly enough. And then I thought I'd go up the other side and see how that's changed itself. The bridge is pretty much exactly the same. You've still got your parts where you can fall off, still got your parts where you can go through and shoot to the other side. I don't quite know what the other team's doing. This seems to be a regular occurrence for them going up and counter, but this also, again, it seems to be a lot easier to climb, and even coming up to the part where you can actually go onto the bridge before, there was a lot of steep parts and bits where you actually had to really get up and over or turn your tank. It just seems to glide straight over. So that was also a nice feature to include. The very last part that's been amended is this part where the VK sat and the artillery is sat in going round the side. Take it back from the start. I'm not actually playing the Panther 88, I'm playing the Panther. I keep getting that wrong for some reason. What a mare. It gives you more protection from being shot from, if you were sat on the encounter flag, you actually have protection in the front part that's like H9 sort of area. There's a lot more cover where you can sit and shoot across, but at the same time be able to hold yourself in cover and not have an issue of being stuck in that place. So if people were to push up on this side where I'm on now, and you move into the middle, you always have the option of being able to stay into cover if you want to, and shoot across, and at the same time not be obliterated, therefore giving the advantage to the people on the other side of the map. So it's tried to balance it out quite a bit, and it's very easy to notice with this what difference has actually made to the game. At least in this case, it's more of a mare because it's Encounter. I think it's slightly new, so people aren't aware of exactly what's best way to play it unless you've played on the PC or seen the PC version. But these mounds that you actually see, like I say, give you a lot of protection from the middle of the map if the people are on that side. So it forces their team or the enemy team to try and push you from where you are from the sides rather than being able to shoot you from across or coming up through the middle part. The left hand side, you can see where the high rise was in the corner in K0. That's sort of flattened out a lot more. So there's a little bit more of an advantage to be able to not have people sat in the corners and shooting from what is effectively a mini forest. That's pretty much the map as what it is. It's very aesthetically nice, and from playing it, it does seem to balance, but I've played from the other side, so if you guys have, let me know, and let me know what you actually think of it, whether you find it easy to play or whether it's something of a change.